Hey, good evening, everyone. I hope um, hope everyone had an enjoyable Thanksgiving holiday season. I'm gonna give it a little more time, a couple more minutes. Just thought I would jump on here. I'm gonna be back making the longer videos and doing different doing different things. My laptop died on me, and I think I dropped it one too many times. So I've had it charged up for 4 days, more than 4 days, actually a little over a week, and it's charged, but the screen won't display. Some people say I can get it fixed. Some people say I can't. I say it's not worth it. So I ordered an iPad, and I have one, so hopefully I can be able to do better content. But I came on because I literally heard some things and read some things. If you listen to this, I'd appreciate it if you would like and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Please feel to do so if you like what you hear. Um, But anyway, like I said, I've heard some disturbing stuff that Donald Trump has stated on January 21st, which is the day after his inauguration. He will sign an executive order for the mass deportation of Haitian immigrants, namely Haitians and Latino and Latina uh, immigrants, deporting them back to their countries. And I'll be perfectly honest, the Latinos that, you know, they thought that he wasn't going to touch them because they were Americans. But I also found out something that I did not know uh, about the Cuban Hispanic population down in Florida. And the reason why the Cubans wholeheartedly vote Republican. And that is, and anybody who cares to can fact check that because I may get a few points, messed up here and there. But basically, they are a protected status of immigrants because when they came here from when the I can't say this word flotilla came from Cuba, the second wave, not the Cubans who came in 1959 when Castro took over the government, took over Cuba and the government. It's the one I think they came in the 80s, the flotilla people. They were protected as soon as they got stepped foot on American soil. They have protective immigrant status. I did not know this until today, actually. So I said, let me, you know, it, it's just amazing, but it explains because most Cubans I know who have spoken to over the years have voted Republican. So they are protected. Cuban immigrants are protected by this law. Who signed this law, I don't know, but if you care to look it up, because I will be looking it up, but I need I ordered an iPad, a 10th generation iPad, which has better things I can do a little more with, bigger screen, bigger writing, you name it. So anyway, they are protective status, And Trump and his administration will not touch them, the Cuban Americans, because they are traditionally Republican voters. They vote Republican. No matter who runs, they vote Republican. So that explains a lot about the Cubans. But he's after doing mass deportations. Namely, his first choice was Haitian immigrants. He wants to send them back to Haiti, where they come from, and they come from Haiti. And if you know anything about anything, Haiti is in turmoil. They're shooting at commercial airlines, you know, and commercial airlines are refusing to fly there. Where are these people going to come? If they can't go back home, what are they going to do? Hold them in in those detention camps they set up that the Biden administration got all of the, you know, tried to reunite the children with their parents. And from what I've read and from what I've heard, there are some of those children who have never found their parents. I saw 2 days ago there was a young boy. He looks like he might be 7 or 8. He was smuggled across the border in the desert part, and he was left by the coyotes. Those are what they call them, people who smuggle them in. They call them coyotes, and he was left there, and he was trying. And I felt so bad for him because he tried to come here so that he could find his mother. He was told he could find his mother in the United States. And luckily he was found and he was taken to wherever. More than likely it was a detention camp, but the article didn't say. But some Texas Rangers found him on the American side of the border. They took him to uh, the they took him in. You know, it's sad, but he's looking for his mother. This is horrible. This is just mind-boggling to me. But I was always told a hard head carries a soft behind. That's what my grandmother used to always say to me, and my mother said it too. If you're hard-headed, you don't listen, you pay the price. We tried, all of us people, we tried to warn Haitians, all the immigrants, whatever Donald Trump says, and I don't know the exact position that Stephen Miller holds, but he is a definite weasel. He's a racist weasel. He does not care. They lied. They used everybody. Trump used everybody to get into office. He used people like Tariq Nasheed with this foundational black American. What the hell is that? I'm still trying to figure it out. What does foundational mean? I'm not a foundational black American. The only thing I am is a black American. I don't know any other country. I've never lived I've lived in the South. I've lived in Georgia. I love the South. My parents left the South during the great migration of the migration of blacks from the rural south to the industrial north for better paying jobs. You know, that's about that's about as much migration that that I know about. And where are the Haitians going to go? Where's the humanity? Where's the compassion? Where are the Haitians going to go? It just goes to show you Donald Trump doesn't care. He doesn't care except for himself and his billionaire cronies, the Koch brothers. Look those up if you don't know who they are. Look up the Koch brothers. Look up you know, the billionaires the guy who is, who backed, oh God, Scott, oh my goodness, the black Supreme Court judge, Thomas, Clarence Thomas, who backs him. Harlan Crow, I think his name is. He backs he backs Donald Trump. That's who supports him. Look at these billionaire people who are supporting Trump in this madness. They did away with DEI, which means the inclusion, diversity, equity, and inclusion. They're doing away with that. So that means that educated blacks will be discriminated against because if a company hires a black man, what these white supremacists plan to do is go to court, which the court is packed with right wing Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett, Brett Kavanaugh, uh, Leo Gorsuch, the guy with the slender guy, rather nice looking, distinguished elderly man Neil Gorsuch, who are all right wingers, and let's not forget Samuel Alito, who gave Trump the immunity. He's a sitting president. He can't be locked up. I mean, there, there's nobody to fight these Haitians. Where are they going to go? Who is going to accept them? The Dominican Republic is kicking them out. They don't want them there. The Dominican Republic, which is Haiti's next door neighbor, they don't want them there. I assume they have an overflow. Their reason why they don't want them there, I don't know why, exactly why they don't want them there, but they're not wanted there. There, and this is a question I'd like to know, and if anybody knows, I sure would appreciate it if they would leave a comment and say, you know, and say where, if it's, what is going to happen to these Haitian people who own property? What happens to their property? Is this going to be the um, the same type of situation that happened to Japanese Americans during World War II when they were placed in internment camps because of Pearl Harbor? So, what happens to their property? Does does this, I don't know. Does the government take their property? They have homes and things. If you force them out, who is going to take their property? What happens to their property? Will they be paid for their property if they leave? These people have been here for a while, and they've worked, and a lot of them have worked, especially the Haitians. They want them out because they're black. It's pure and simple. But we tried to tell everybody, oh, and the next people who are on their list are the Venezuelans because supposedly, according to MAGA, they are they are criminal. They are killing people and I'm quite sure there's some truth to that. They may be killing people, but to deport a whole race of people because a few have did something because there's criminals in every race. All we have to do is look at the presidency. The United States has elected a convicted felon who can't travel to a foreign country. Prime Minister Jason Trudeau came to Mar-a-Lago to meet Donald Trump. The reason why, and I wondered why too, and I'm sure other people are wondering why. They can't, he's a convicted felon. He cannot enter Canada. He can't enter Canada legally. So foreign leaders are going to have to come to him. Now, how can you be a superpower, the leader of a superpower, and you cannot leave the country because you're a convicted felon? Countries don't do it. They just don't do it. And all countries will follow suit. Perfect example of that is Candace Owens was banned from hosting events in Australia, and now she also cannot host any events in New Zealand because she was denied entry into Australia because of her right-wing political views, because the person who issues the excuse me, who issues the visas, the visas, who accepts the visa application for entry into the country, has said that her right-wing talking points would incite the people, in some people in Australia, and they want to keep the peace, and they refuse her entry. And now New Zealand has followed sweet, they're following each other. So I don't know where else she was supposed to go to speak, but she can't speak, and she's not even a convicted felon. But she can't speak because she's spreading right-wing propaganda. So, and again, I'm going back. I diversed a little bit, but I'm going back into why, you know, this man is crazy. He's going to take people who are legally here, and most of the people I talked to about it, they said, oh, he can't do that because I've been what they call a naturalized citizen for years. I've been that, and I haven't, I haven't had any problems and things. So, it's so sad that people vote against uh, their own interests. These immigrants voted for Hispanics for Trump. Uh, they voted for this man, and he sold them a bill of goods, and they fell for it. Yep, they fell for it. They literally fell for the fact that, they thought Trump was literally going to help them, and he suckered everybody not to vote for Kamala Harris. And what did they do? They went on and voted for him. Oh, he's funny. He's not going to do that. They won't let him do that. And these are people who have not taken civics classes. I think one of the requirements when people come to the United States and they apply, you can be in the country for say a year, 2 years tops. If you either become a citizen or you must go back home. That wouldn't be so bad. So, you know, but there is stuff, and there's a movement going around that, you know, people who voted for Harris and things like that, we, you know, and us blacks, as in the black community really needs to go back to the old ways, the way we were, that I remember how black people were, how we had an A&P uh, grocery store. A&P stands for Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company, and they opened a dry goods store. But anyway, you know, this it's just mind-boggling to me. We tried to tell everybody to be careful with Donald Trump. He's lying, and nobody wanted Kamala, especially Stephen Miller. Look him up. If you read this, if you hear this, and you don't believe anything I'm saying, everything I'm telling you about, look it up. It will tell you. It will tell you that certain things that about Project 2025. Augustus Corbett and his daughter Chloe have the defiant ones, the defiant lawyers. They give you because Attorney Corbett is a civil rights attorney, so he's been out there. He's been speaking on uh, the the grave situation of what MAGA plans to do to us, to people of color, poor people, everything, and he's speaking the truth. Then you have the Marcellus brothers, Ben, Jordy, and Brett. They're all attorneys, and they have started the Minus Touch Network, and they have people like Michael Pro Propop. I guess I'm saying his name, but he's a part of the Minus Touch Network. Also, Glenn Kushner, who is uh, a political contributor to MSNBC, and he's part of the. He offers insight into different things going on in the political climate. He's also an ex uh, federal attorney, and he's part of the Midas Touch network. It's a very expanding network, a very good network because it brings you factual news that mainstream media can't or won't give to the people, give to the American people. So a lot of people are going over to, uh, like I said, they're going to different, different YouTube site, independent journalism with lives. Go to not Martin Lawrence. I was going to say Martin Lawrence, but I'm not talking about Martin Lawrence. I'm talking about doing, you know, just doing shows that tell the truth about, the politics of today and how it's going to affect the all-out tariff war that Trump is planning. Who does that hurt? It doesn't hurt his billionaire friends. It's going to line their pockets with, with di- different amounts of money and things. Our, our, the American political system and the judicial systems need to be revamped. There needs to be constitutional amendments, there needs to be definite term limits for congressional seats. You know, these things in human seats and everything. This is, this is a very grave time in America, but I believe wholeheartedly that this is the awakening that God has given to America. And it's not the angelical response that, oh, we did away with Roe v. Wade, we did away with murder. No, I'm not talking about that. But we have lost, as Americans, we have lost our moral compass. Anything goes in this society the way it is now. And they're going after homosexuality, making it go back into hiding like it was when I was growing up, when I was younger. The 1950s was a very puritanical age in modern American history, because if you look at or listen to people talk about the 50s, there was, you know, there was a lot of modesty, and they hid homosexuality because there used to be a show on TV called American Bandstand, and most of these kids, most of the young people, are too young to maybe remember the show. But there were two girls who always danced together, always. Sometimes I don't think I've ever seen either one of these girls dance with a guy. They always dance with each other. But come to find out, they were gay, but they were so afraid to show it that they just danced with each other, and they hid it. The point I'm trying to make is that Donald Trump and his cronies are going to make things that, that I grew up with, all in, 50s, 60s. Everybody basically got along. The animosity towards blacks was in the North. It was in the North. It was in, you know, people in Chicago, people didn't want their kids to go to school with black people. It was all over. And, and you know, we didn't, things weren't as open. And I'll be the first one to admit that I, my honest reaction to same-sex marriage is when I saw two gentlemen kiss after they got married. But I'm not homophobic. I just think certain things are left for the bedroom and are part of the bedroom only. And a lot of people don't understand that. I'm not homophobic. I don't think that homo people are bad. Uh, what is the word I want? I said homo, but I don't think gay people are bad. I don't think that if the person is gay, he's going to rape our daughters or our sons. All homosexual people are not are not you know are not pedophiles. Just like if they're just like anybody else, but they happen to like people of the same sex. Is some of it? Do I think some of it is? Do I think it's real? Yes, but there are some people who take advantage of a situation, you know. And I've noticed something. most of the flamboyant gays who, who dress and wear the makeup and stuff. Uh, I honestly think those people, this is just my opinion, I just think those people are people who are faking the different things. So, uh, I'm not against it. I have my own preferences to it, and I personally don't believe in it. You know, I've been accused of uh, being a lesbian because I've never been boy crazy. I'm not good. I'm not going to settle for just anything because someone feels as if I should. Why aren't you married? You're a nice looking girl. Why'd you never get married? I never got married because I never really cared about getting married because I used to tell my mom, I said, if I do get married, hopefully it'll be a good marriage. And if it's not, I know how to leave and I won't get mad. Different things. Those are things I was saying. But anyway, those are the things I used to say. I don't have anything against gay gays. I truly don't, because one thing I found out is that uh, people that gay people, they're just like us. They're embarrassed by these people who do all this flamboyant extra stuff that doesn't need to be done. I found them to be very, you know, very decent people. They're quiet, they spend their time together and stuff. They adopt children, they take care of children. So, it is what it is. But these people who we have in office now, this is going to be a rocky, people are saying a rocky 4 years, but remember, people, we still have to have the midterm elections. And speaking of election, Michael Polpat, the one who is with the Midas, is on the Midas network, uh, and he has said that there have been, I think he said, 44 million votes that have disappeared. So I don't know. The Democrats are being very quiet. Excuse me. People are saying that they're quiet because you know, because they're scared, they're defeated, they don't know what to do. I don't know. But are they going to look into these accusations? Are they going to call the Republican people? Are they going to call them out? What happened to these votes? Where did 44 million votes go? Because they surely didn't take legs and get up and walk away. So we'll see what's going to go with. There's so much wrong with with our judicial system and our government, where nobody followed the rules of the Constitution, which goes to show you if he gets in, he's planning on doing harm, not harm. It's a mess, but we have the midterm elections, and if we work hard, we can get rid of some of these MAGA idiots. So, you know, excuse me, but I've been on here for 30 minutes, about 35 minutes, a little longer than I meant to stay. But I hope everybody listens to this and look up some of these things that I'm telling you for yourself. Like I said, I don't have my computer with kaplooey on me, so it won't, the screen won't fix. So I'm waiting for my package to be delivered, and they said I should get it by the 6th. But I ordered something else, and they told me I wasn't going to get it till the 2nd, and I got it Wednesday. So I may be back on sooner, and I may be under a different format. But I just wanted everybody to know I'm still around, I'm still working on it, but I'm doing things that when I get back on, I want to become more uh, you know, more attuned to the things that are going on. So I'm gonna say good night and end this, and you all have a blessed and carefree evening. Get ready for that grind tomorrow because it's gonna be rough and it's cold. So dress appropriately and make sure the children are dressed comfortably and warm. Thank you. Have a good night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening.